Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at 5 easy standing stretches. So really nice simple ones that can stretch out your body. It is really important to do regular stretching, especially if you do live a bit of a sedentary life, or if you are someone that maybe has something like arthritis or any kind of similar condition to that. It's always good to just get up every so often and have a little bit of a stretch. Regular stretching can allow you to ease muscle stiffness. It can keep you nice and mobile. It allows better circulation through your body and can improve your posture. So whenever you're ready, just bring yourself to a standing position and I will go through my 5 go-to standing stretches. So number 1 is a tall body stretch, which is really nice and simple, really great one to do when you get out of bed in the morning and just getting up from a chair. And all you need to do is stand with your feet about hip distance apart. And all you're going to do is inhale, you're going to sweep the arms up into the air. We're going to reach up nice and high. Maybe take the gaze up in between the hands. So you're going to really feel this stretch through the arms, through the torso. We create space in our ribs here so that we have that more freedom of movement to breathe. And then take a nice deep inhale here and then exhale. Just slowly float the arms down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up, reach, reach, reach. A nice little thing that you can add into this stretch is that you can gently lift the heels off the floor. So you're getting a nice stretch through those calf muscles, through the feet and the ankles as well. Holding for a moment. If you can, try and hold for a full breath in and out. And then on the next exhale, just slowly lower yourself down. And there you've just got a nice full body stretch. So stretch number 2 is going to be a standing side stretch. So again, with your feet about hip distance apart, have a little softness in your knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. You can interlace the fingers here and then take a little lean over to the left. Try to keep your arms hugged in alongside your ears and take a nice deep breath into your side body. And then just release that long exhale out through your mouth, release a bit of tension. Inhale, we come slowly back to center, and then we take it over to the other side. Again, just breathing into the side body. And then inhale back to center, and you can float the arms down. Again, it's another nice little simple stretch. You can go a few times each side until you feel nice and stretched out. Stretch number 3 is going to be what I call T-shape hugs. So I don't think anybody else calls it this, but I do. So what we're going to do, we're going to inhale, we're going to open the arms into a T, but we're going to pull the arms back slightly so we squeeze the shoulder blades. This allows us to open through our chest. You can kind of lift the sternum up a little bit here as well. If it feels comfortable, you can just take a little gaze up towards the ceiling. So just lifting the nose slightly, but that's just an option. You don't have to add that in. On an exhale, we sweep the arms forward, crossing one arm over the top of the other, giving ourselves a nice big hug. And then what you can do here, another little option to stretch your neck, is drop your chin down to your chest. Whenever you're ready, inhale, open up the arms, little squeeze of the shoulder blades, just pulling those arms back slightly, really spread through your fingers. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms in for a hug and then switching the arms. So the arm that was on the bottom is now going to be on the top. And again, you can add in that dropping chin to chest so you get that nice neck stretch. Lovely. So with this little movement, you can do it a few times over, making sure that you switch the arms each side. And then when you're ready to finish, just open the arms one last time and then just drop the arms gently down by your side. So like I said, that's a great one for opening up your chest, working the shoulders and the arms. And then if you add in that neck, you can get that little bonus of a neck stretch as well. Stretch number 4 is a warrior 1. So we are going to stand again with our feet about hip distance apart. An option to maybe have your hands at heart center, so bringing the palms together, thumbs come to your sternum here, or you can have your hands on your hips if you just prefer that little bit of stability. Take a breath. As you exhale, just stepping that right foot back just as far as you can, but making sure that you pop that heel down to the floor, so the whole of that right foot is in contact with the floor. We take a little bend in the front knee, making sure the knee stays above the ankle here. Try to square off your hips if you can, but obviously if it feels a little uncomfortable, if you do have problems with your hips, just do your best to square. We don't want any pain or discomfort here. And then when you're ready, just sweeping the arms up into the air. Lovely. Now we reach up nice and high here. We drop our shoulders and then just soften your gaze, just taking really nice, steady breaths. And so as well as getting a nice stretch through your torso, we're getting a lovely little stretch through this back calf muscle. And also we're gaining strength in those legs and hips as well. Lovely. Hold it here for about 5 to 10 breaths. And then on an exhale, you can just float the arms down, maybe bring your hands to your hips, and then just gently step that right foot forward, maybe have a little shake out of the legs. And then when you're ready, you're just going to step the left foot back, doing exactly the same. You bring the heel down to the floor, find that little bend in the front knee, and then whenever you're ready, reaching the arms up into the air. Wonderful. Now, it's always important to remember that when we do any kind of stepping back, sometimes we might find we've stepped back a little bit too far. It might take us a little bit off balance. So just correct yourself. Bring that back foot in if you need to, or change it, vice versa. You can send that foot back a little further if you feel you're not really getting much of a stretch in the legs. But never try and compromise your balance to, get the stretch that you want. So again, it's just holding for those 5 to 10 breaths, whatever works for you. And then on an exhale, just slowly float the arms down. We never have to rush through these stretches, and then gently step that foot forward. And then again, maybe have a little shake out of the legs again. Our fifth and final standing pose today is going to be a forward bend, a standing forward bend. Now, you might find that a block can be helpful for you here. So you might use this to aid you in your forward fold. If you don't have a block, a yoga block, you can definitely stack a couple of books on top of each other. But it doesn't really matter if you haven't got this, because we can take a little bend in the knee. So let me demonstrate for you. So with your feet about hip distance apart, we're going to inhale, let's sweep the arms up into the air. Let's bring the palms together, and then as we exhale, start to hinge from your hips. And I like to come down nice and steady and slow, just kind of easing myself into the stretch. You're going to start to feel a stretch through the backs of the legs, particularly the hamstrings, and then in the low back. Now, it might be that you are kind of arms are hanging down here, and that's probably when you will use a block to just rest the fingertips on, or maybe the palms on. But if you haven't got a block or anything like that to hand, what you can do is take a nice generous bend in your knees. That's also going to ease the stretch in the hamstrings as well. So just allowing you to kind of build up towards going deeper into the stretch. We allow the shoulders, the neck, the head to hang nice and freely here. And just spend a few moments, a few breaths in your forward bend. Now, it's important to note that your first forward bend is always going to feel really tight and really stiff. And that's why going in and out of a forward bend a few times over is really helpful, because it's going to allow you to start to open up. You're going to lengthen through your spine, creating that space in the spine, which is really going to be helpful for that spine health. And then also you're opening and lengthening up through the backs of the legs as well. So when you're ready, take a really nice deep inhale and slowly rise yourself up. Once you're in an upright position, I always like to roll the shoulders back and then sweep the arms back up into the air. Bring the palms together, and then on an exhale, slowly float it all the way down back to that forward fold. Again, staying for a couple of breaths and most of the time, even in that second forward fold, you're going to feel that you're a little bit more open. And then inhale deeply, rise it up, circle the arms, and then exhale, float it down. So just to start with, if you're new to forward bending, you can do this like 3-4 times just to begin with, and then maybe as you get a little bit used to it, get a little bit more open, you can increase the amount of times you come in and out of the forward bend. Once you are ready, you sweep the arms up when we're in that standing position, and then exhale to finish. Just bring your hands back to heart center again. So that brings us to the end of these 5 simple standing stretches that you can do anytime. You can put them all together as a little sequence, or you can just pick and choose which ones you want to do depending on what situation you're in, how you feel and how you want to stretch. Let me know in the comments how you got on with these stretches, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.